Alright, check it out, man. It's another example of how new narratives got everything all screwed up. Alright? They tell me what I can have and what I can't have. Right? They tell me I can't have certain things sitting around. Things that I have purpose for, right? But they're constantly doing this shit. Constantly. Pulling in here. This guy just pulled in here at like 30 miles an hour, kicking up a bunch of dust. Cats are running for their life. He pulls in here, kicks junk out of the damn truck and just leaves it sitting here. Now they tell me I can't leave things just sitting around. Can't have junk and whatnot. But then they do this. And this is, you know, they get to do this and this is what we get to look at. None of these people that are making these rules, enforcing these rules, live here. You know? They've destroyed my personal property. They've told me I couldn't have this and they told me I couldn't have that. Things that had a purpose, had a use. They're just picking on you. You know? And then they do they do stuff like what I just showed you. And then they do stuff like this. They call this a community garden that they put out for a courtesy. Emptiness. They got, what, a half inch of dirt in here. Not much more over here you can see, man. Raised bed's supposed to be filled up with soil. Right? I get tired of looking at this crap. To be honest with you. That's been there for months like that, months. Here's this has been reported to the county. Been here longer than I have. Yeah. Now let's go on. Let's go on here. Let me make it through all this stuff. I did all this stuff, by the way. This place was trashed when I got here. All this stuff, I did all this stuff here. And here is the evidence of some of it. Here's that brush pile that I started my third day here. February 21st, I made this brush pile, and they made a big deal about it. How it was a fire hazard and a place for rats, and how it needs to be picked up. And I've been written up over this brush pile, lied on, all kinds of stuff. And here it is. This big old thing. They made a big deal about it. They don't do shit. They're not accountable, but they hold everybody else accountable. And you know, like I had this big old 55-gallon metal drum. I've been wanting one. I finally found one that was in good shape. I've been wanting one for a while because I had plans on turning it into an earthworm farm. There are kits that you can buy to turn those into earthworm farms. And I had it sitting back here. 55-gallon drum, metal drum. I had it sitting back here, waiting for payday to get the kit and the tools it took to build it. It was sitting right here. And Jacqueline came back here and said, nope, you can't have it. It needs to go. So I immediately got rid of it. I mean, it didn't take me 5 minutes. The squirrel feeders I put out here, they destroyed them. And then the plantings that I had out here, they told me I couldn't have my personal property in the common areas. You know, and I had a planting over here. That terracotta and some other stuff, some sunflowers that were planted in here, out of the way, on the edge of what was supposed to be a community garden. And that was taken away from me too, by people that don't even live here, making enforcing rules that are completely unreasonable and unfair, and then they turn around and this is okay. Right? Every day of the week. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? This is what I get to look at. You know? This isn't good enough. They're all mad about this. You know, they want to make a big deal about every little thing I do over here. And then they pull their shit. I mean, give me a break, people. It is absolutely ridiculous. New narrative property management has some serious problems. In fact, the whole system is whack. Right? Unimaginable bullshit. Administrative gatekeepers. You know, if they don't want you in their club, you won't be in their club. That's my club. Huh? That's my club. Anyway, I guess that's it.